Good morning students, welcome back to RKP online classes. Today we will continue our chapter number 14, that is our earth. In the previous videos you have done about rotation of the earth, means a type of movement done by the earth. In this video we will continue about the movements of the earth only. But before continuing the movement of the earth, let me make you revise some few terms which are used in this chapter. The first is axis of the earth. The first you have done is axis of the earth. What do you understand by the term axis of the earth? Axis. First of all, axis means the direction in which an object is placed. Axis means the direction in which the object is placed. For example, I am the object and in this direction I am standing, so this will be my axis. If I am lying on the bed, then this will be my axis. Same the way beta, the direction in which the earth is present in our solar system, that will be the axis of the earth. But how can we see the axis? Axis is not any object that can be seen. It is an imaginary line. It is an imaginary line that passes through the center of the earth. Now, what does it mean, imaginary line? Just look at the board. I am drawing this sphere. Sphere means a ball like shape, and this I have drawn a line. I am drawing the line on the ball. This line is showing that it is entering through one point, it is passing through the center of this ball, and it is exiting from another point. Means a line that is passing through the center of this ball. This line, if we look at this line carefully, this line is showing that how this ball is placed. If I will place the ball like this, then I will make the line like this. At this point, it is entering into the ball, and this is the center of the ball, and this is the point at which it is exiting. But this is the ball and this is the line which I have drawn. But if we talk about the earth, earth is a planet. We cannot make any line on it, and there is no line that is passing through the center of the earth. But we can imagine that how the earth is placed. First of all, you should be aware that earth is not placed straight like this ball. Earth is tilted at some direction on its orbit. Orbit means the path. The earth is not straight on its orbit. The earth is tilted. Tilted means थोड़ी सी टेढ़ी है. And this line which we are imagining that it is passing through the center of the earth, and it is telling us the direction at which it is placed, so that line is called axis. I am using the word imaginary. What I am using the word imaginary. Imaginary means which can be imagined, which can be which we can think in our mind. Because we cannot draw any line on the earth, we can just only think that a line that is passing like this and earth is placed like this. So earth is not placed straight like this, earth is placed like this. So this is the axis of the earth. So what do you mean by the axis of the earth? An imaginary line, because it is not present in original. It is not present in real. It is just being imagined in our mind. So an imaginary line that is passing through the center of the earth is called axis of the earth. And these 2 points, the one point through which it is entering inside and the one point through which it is exiting, means coming out from the earth, these 2 points are called poles. What they are called? Poles. This is called North Pole and this is called South Pole. North Pole and South Pole. Fine. Now, One more term is equator. What it is? Equator. You haven't done it before, I think so. What do you mean by equator? Equator word you can relate with the term equal. Equal means similar in size and shape. So if I am having a football, I want to cut it half. So what I will do, I will cut it half from its center. So if earth is also like a ball, and if I want to separate two parts of the earth, means if I want to do two equal parts of the earth, I cannot do, but I can imagine in my mind. The earth is so much big planet, and we are just a small living thing living on the planet. We cannot cut the planet, but we can imagine that if we cut this planet into two equal half, how it will be cut. It will be cut from the center. So we can just imagine, same the way, if we imagine that a line, this line, so a line will be there. If we draw this line, and this line is dividing the earth into two equal parts. One is upper part, one is lower part. This line is dividing the earth into two equal part, upper part and lower part. This line is called equator. Why I have used this word equal? Because it is dividing the earth into two equal parts. Clear? So what is equator? Again, it is an imaginary line that divides the earth into two equal parts. Clear? And what do these equal parts known as? As we all know that earth is a spherical body. What the earth is? It is a spherical body. It means it is a sphere. Sphere means a solid round object. If we talk about a circle, circle is like a bangle which is empty from inside. But if we talk about a sphere, sphere is like a football which is filled also from inside. Clear? So earth is like football, means earth is sphere, spherical in shape. So if we are dividing the sphere into two parts, equal parts, they are called hemisphere. What they are called? Hemisphere. Hemi means equal, half and equal. Half and equal. Sphere means we have just discussed now. So these two parts will be known as hemisphere. What these will be known as? Hemisphere. What these will be known as? Hemisphere. The upper part which contains North Pole. The upper part which contains North Pole is known as Northern Hemisphere. What it is known as? Northern Hemisphere. And the lower part which contains South Pole is known as Southern Hemisphere. What it is known as? Southern Hemisphere. Fine. Now pay attention. I hope you all have maintained your classwork notebook. Now beta, what you all have to do, I will speak some questions in between the video. I will speak some questions in between the video. You all have to write the answer in your classwork notebook. Along with that, it means you have to write fast. So just increase the speed of your writing as well as increase the speed of your thinking and listening. So you have to be very attentive while listening to the video and while watching the video as well as while writing the answer, because I will not give you enough means much time to write the answer. Clear? So question number 1 of this video. The question number 1 of this video is, what are those two imaginary lines called which we have discussed now? Two imaginary lines on the earth are there. We have discussed just now. What are the names of those two imaginary lines? Write down fast. You have to write only the names. Write down fast. What are the names of those two imaginary lines which we have discussed just now? What are the names of those two imaginary lines which we have discussed just now? I hope you all have answers, written the answer till now. Now pay attention on the board. Now we are going to start the topic movements of earth. I know you have done in the previous video, but we will revise again. Movements of the earth means, what do you mean by movements? Movements means how does the earth move? One thing you should keep in mind that our earth always keeps on moving. Earth never stops. But you will say that, ma'am, we are living on the earth. We don't feel that earth is moving, right? But earth is moving. Earth is continuously moving. It never stops. We don't feel that earth is moving because earth is moving very, very slowly. Every planet is moving. Every planet moves. And every planet moves in two ways. Every planet moves in two ways, same as the way earth also do movement in two ways. One is known as rotation and the other one is known as revolution. One type of movement of the earth is known as rotation, the other type of movement of the earth is known as revolution. Before discussing the rotation of earth and revolution of earth, I will make you understand what is rotation and what is revolution. For example, this is one object, and if an object moves around its own axis. Now what is axis? We have discussed just now. The axis is the direction in which an object is placed. Now this marker is placed in this direction, right? If an object is moving around itself only, means around its own axis only, like this, this movement is called rotation. This movement is called rotation. Now just look at me. My axis is this. Now if I will start moving around myself only, means if I will start moving around my own axis, look at me like this. This is rotation. What it is? Rotation. So rotation of an object means when that object move around its own axis. And this is also known as spinning, like this. Spinning. What it is known as? Spinning. Rotation is also known as spinning. Whether it is of any object or it is of any planet or it is of any satellite. Rotation means spinning. So we have discussed what is rotation. If we discuss the rotation of the earth, we have just done now that earth is not straight on its orbit. Earth is tilted on its axis. Now, like this means earth is not straight like this. Earth is, the axis of earth is like this. If the earth moves like this, if the earth moves like this is called rotation of the earth. Yes, the earth spins like this. Spins, the word comes from spinning. So this movement of the earth, when the earth moves on its own axis, is known as rotation of earth. What it is known as? Rotation of earth. It means the first movement of the earth is rotation of the earth, and earth keeps on rotating always. Earth always keeps on rotating. Earth never stops. Now what happens when earth rotates? What happens when earth rotates? Now we all know that the planets are present around the sun. So suppose this is sun, and we all know that sun always gives out heat and light. Sun always gives out heat and light. And suppose the earth is here, tilted on its own axis. Sun is giving out heat and light. Now look at this diagram carefully. If you will look carefully, the light of the sun is falling on this portion of the earth only. the light of the sun is not falling on this portion of the earth. It means the people living on this portion of the earth will receive the sunlight, and when we receive the sunlight, we say it as daytime. What we say it as? Daytime. And the people living here, they are not receiving the light of the sun. It means for them it is night time. That is why if suppose here is India, if we are living here, if we are experiencing night means if there is night in India and here is America, then America will face daytime. That is why there is difference between many countries. Some countries are having day, in the opposite direction the countries will be having night. Some countries will be having morning time, and in the opposite direction the countries will be having evening time because of this condition. Now what will happen? We all know that earth never stops, earth keeps on moving. Now this is axis and earth keeps on moving like this. After some time this portion of the earth will come here. Suppose it was A portion and it is B portion. Earth keeps on moving, earth never stops, I said. And so after some time the B portion of the earth will come at this time. Now B portion of the earth will receive the light of the sun and they will experience daytime, and A portion will come here and A portion will not receive the light of the sun, then it means it will experience night time. So it means days and nights keeps on changing. Like if you will observe in your life also that in the morning when you get up it is daytime, then it is noon, and then evening come, and then night come, and again in other day, evening, night, like this. It means means any one time never stops. Time always moves on, means day will come, then night will come, and again day will come, and again night will come. They never stops. Why so? Because earth never stops. Because earth never stops. Suppose if earth stops rotating, like means earth stops moving like this, so what will happen? The portion which was receiving the light of the sun, means which was experiencing day, will forever having day, and the portion which was not receiving light of the sun, means they were facing night time, they will always face night time because earth has stopped. But this never happens. Earth never stops. Earth keeps on rotating. That is why days and nights keeps on changing. So what does it mean? It means that rotation of the earth causes days and nights. It means that rotation of the earth causes days and nights. And B portion, suppose earth is moving like this, B will change into A, then again it will move, A will change into B. So to complete one round, means to complete one rotation, earth takes nearly 23 hours and 56 minutes. And if we think carefully, 56 minutes is nearly to 60 minutes, and 60 minutes make 1 hour. 23 hours here, 1 hour here. It means earth takes nearly 24 hours to complete one rotation. That is why we face day after 24 hours and we face night after 24 hours, because to complete one rotation earth takes nearly 24 hours. So this was all about rotation. Clear? Now it's your time to answer my question. The question number 2 of this video is, what do we call the movement of the earth to, means I am speaking that movement, I am defining the movement, you have to write the name. The spinning of the earth on its own axis. The movement of the earth on its own axis is called dash. What does it cause? Question number 2 is, the movement of the earth on its own axis is called dash. Question number 3 is, that movement cause dash. Clear? And question number 4, how much time earth takes to complete one round around its own axis? So I have spoken 3 questions together. Question number 2 is the movement of the earth around its own axis is called dash. Question number 3 is what does that movement cause? Means what changes that movement cause? And question number 4 is how much time does the earth takes to complete one round around its own axis? Write down. Question number 2 is the movement of the earth around its own axis is called dash. Question number 3 is what changes does that movement cause on the earth? And question number 4 is how much time does the earth take to complete one round on its own axis? Total 4 questions I have asked till now. I hope you all have answered till now. Now, our next is revolution of Earth. Our next is revolution of Earth. What do you mean by revolution of Earth? Before that, we will do what is revolution. For example, this is one object. If any object move, and this is another object. This is one object and this is another object. If any one object moves around another object like this, if any one object moves around another object like this is called revolution. Similarly, our earth also moves around the sun. Our earth also moves around the sun in a fixed path. Means the method, the way, the path means rasta, will never change of the earth. And earth always keeps on moving around the sun. You have done many times in science and SS both. So that movement of the earth is called revolution of the earth. See, this is sun and this is here our earth. Earth keeps on moving like this. It will come here, it will come here, it will come here, 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 and here. Then again here. So earth keeps on moving around the sun. This is called revolution of the earth. Now, if earth is moving like this, it means something will happen because of this movement also. Like because of rotation, days and nights were occurring. Similarly, some thing also occurred due to revolution of the earth. Now, look carefully and remember that what I have told you about axis of earth. Two imaginary line we have discussed. One is axis of the earth and one is equator of the earth. Axis of the earth means the imaginary line on which the earth, which passes through the center of the earth, and the equator means which the imaginary line which divides the earth into two equal parts. This is sun. Suppose the earth is here. Clear? Now, if you will look at this diagram carefully, the upper portion of the earth is away from the sun. Why? Because earth is not straight. If it will be straight, then both the portion will be equally away from the sun. But look carefully, as the earth is like this, look at my hand, earth is like this. If you will look carefully at the upper portion of my hand, the upper portion of my hand is away from the sun as compared to this lower portion. This portion of the hand is away from the sun as compared to this portion. Similarly, earth is also tilted on its own axis. Then one portion of the earth, the upper portion of the earth is away from the sun as compared to the lower portion. And what do we call to the upper portion of the earth? Northern hemisphere. What do we call to the lower portion of the earth? Southern hemisphere. If you will look here carefully, that northern hemisphere is away from the sun and southern hemisphere is towards the sun. It means that southern hemisphere will receive more heat of the sun as compared to the northern hemisphere. If southern hemisphere is receiving more heat of the sun, it means beta there will be summers. What it will be there? There will be summers. And in northern hemisphere less amount of heat of the sun is falling, then in northern hemisphere it will be winters. That is why there are not the same season and on both the hemisphere of the earth. The upper hemisphere of the earth means the northern hemisphere of the earth and the southern hemisphere of the earth always experience opposite season. Now slowly earth moves. We have done that revolution of the earth. Earth is moving like this. When the earth will come here, now both the portion is equally towards the sun. Then after winters here will come autumn and here will come what? Spring. Now look at here carefully. Now if you will see, it is northern hemisphere and it is southern hemisphere. If you will look carefully, now northern hemisphere is towards the sun. Now earth is like this. Now upper portion is towards the sun and lower portion is away from the sun. If you will look carefully, the northern hemisphere is receiving more amount of heat of the sun and southern hemisphere is receiving less amount of heat of the sun. Now northern hemisphere will have summers and southern hemisphere will have winters. Now if you have seen and observed properly, earlier the northern hemisphere was having winter and now the northern hemisphere is having summers. It means seasons are changing from winters, the autumn, spring, then summers, then spring, then again winters. Means suppose it was the first position of the earth, second position, third position, fourth position. Now look carefully beta. If earth will start from the first position and you are living here in northern hemisphere, it means winters are there for you like nowadays. Slowly earth moves, then spring will come like March season. Slowly earth will move, then summers will come April, May, June, July. Slowly earth will move, then autumn season will be there like October. Then slowly earth move, again it will come to the first position, again winters will come. You also know that na, summers come, then autumn season come, then winters come, then spring season come. Why the seasons change? Seasons change because of this reason. Sorry. Seasons change because of this reason. So what are the reasons because of which the seasons change? One is revolution of the earth, because earth is continuously moving around the sun. Because the earth is continuously moving around the sun. But one more reason is also there, because the seasons change. Seasons change because of the tilted axis of the earth. Seasons change because of the tilted axis of the earth. Tilted means which is not straight. टेढ़ी होती है जो थोड़ी. Clear? So these are the two reasons why seasons change on the earth. Now this full one complete round makes different season of one time. Now this complete round, this means one revolution of the earth, is done in 365 days complete plus 6 hours of the next day. 365 days complete, and another day it will not take complete, it will take only 6 hours. So we can write like this also, 365 1 by 4 days. This is nearly 1 year. That is why after every year seasons change. Means same season come after every year. If summer start from April, then next time the summer will also start from April, because one full round is completed in 1 year by the earth. This is what revolution of the earth. Now question number 5, that the movement of the earth is known as dash. The movement of the earth is known as dash. The movement of the earth is known as dash. Question number 6. What effect does that movement cause? Means वो movement क्या effect देती है earth पे? What changes does it cause? And question number 6. How much time is taken by the earth to complete one round around the sun? How much time does the earth takes to complete one round around the sun? So in this video, I have told you to write the answers of, I have asked 6 questions to write the answers. Sorry, question number 5, 6, 7. 7 questions I have asked. I hope you all have written the answers. So let me repeat the question. The first question was that what are the two imaginary line we have, imaginary line of the earth we have discussed in this video. You have to write the names of those two imaginary line. Question number 2 is, what do we call to that movement of the earth? The movement when it spins on its own axis, means the movement of the earth on its own axis is called dash. Now question number 2 is, what changes that movement cause? Question number 3, sorry. What changes that movement cause? Question number 4. Question number 4 is, how much time is taken by the earth to complete one movement on its own axis? Then question number 5. The movement of the earth around the sun is called dash. Question number 6. What changes that movement cause? And question number 7. How much time does that movement of the earth take? Means how much time earth takes to complete one movement around the sun.